Call of Duty, the McDonald's of first-person shooters, and one of the biggest gaming franchises of all time. I've never played much COD in my life, as I've always been a fan of what was at one time its fiercest rival, the predecessor of its spot at the top of the mountain, Halo. I've never really been that interested in Call of Duty, as the gameplay loop for other shooters have grabbed me more. Old Halo's sandbox, customization options, and Forge locked me down for years. New Halo's advanced mobility mechanics, assassination animations, and Halo Infinite's amalgamation of both eras have held me down. Apex Legends is a tactical masterpiece, and the finals is strategic chaos at its finest. Even Battlefield 1's sandbox, bullet drop and travel time, interesting abilities like reviving, and the all-time great bayonet charge, and its unique large-scale chaos had me interested in the game, and I'm ashamed that I never played it or understood the weapons anywhere near as much as I'd have liked. I can say the same for Fortnite's building, and even no builds with its diverse items. I don't like to blindly hate on a game just because I don't play it, or out of some sort of weird tribalism, unless it's a joke. So I tried to keep an open mind going into this review. Up until a few weeks ago, I'd only played small amounts of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2009, Black Ops 1 and 2, all 3 local, only multiplayer, and some zombies for the latter 2. I may have played a small amount of online, but I don't remember for sure, and a tiny, infinitesimal amount of COD 4, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, Blackout, Modern Warfare 2019, Warzone 1, and Modern Warfare 2 2022. Now, quite surprisingly, I'd accumulated over 100 hours in Warzone 2 over the last year and a half, because I'd usually hop on every blue moon with my family members. Shout out Cool Breeze and Riley That Boss. Link to both of their YouTube and Twitch channels in the description. They both play a few games, and they also make some fire-ass music. And no, trust me when I tell you, I am not just saying that because they are both my older cousins. They both actually spit thrax, so go check them out.
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work. Mark remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
Oh God, we was just battling like some fucking moving warriors. Bro, when I tell you that fight was just crazy.
But I never took this time seriously, never tried to lock in the game, understand its mechanics, and improve my skill. So I had 3 motivations for trying this game out to the fullest. 1, to give Warzone, specifically Resurgence, a fair shake in the vein that Cool Breeze recently gave Apex. 2, to see if it was anything about COD's gameplay that would grab me like any other FPS, and I'd heard some good things about Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer. And 3, and this is probably the more psychotic one, I had heard just how horrible the campaign and zombies were for this game, as well as the monetization for Call of Duty in general, and I wanted to see for myself just how shitty they actually were. I know I was going to have to review a bad game eventually, so why not start with this one since I had access to it. I also have the disc to Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Oh boy. I'm P34J, and this is my review of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 2023. I'm immediately gonna get the better aspects of the game out of the way, because I don't want the worst parts of the game to cloud my judgment, or to come off as hating on something just because it ain't my cup of tea. But there it is. I just gave it away. MW3's PvP just isn't my cup of tea. But that's not to say it's garbage. COD became the biggest shooter for a reason. Its gameplay loop has resonated with millions of players across the globe over the last 20 years, specifically the casual audience. That's why I called it the McDonald's of FPS. It's the biggest franchise of its genre, but it's basic. And it's the biggest because it's basic. In my Apex and Finals review, I detailed the nuances of their gameplay, the movement, the guns, the animations, the legends, the classes, and the mindset I had to win gunfights and games. In my opinion, kill streaks aside, that nuance just doesn't exist in Modern Warfare 3. Given my minimal COD experience, I don't know if this game's formula deviated in a direction that I don't personally jive with, or if all COD games are like this, and I just don't like Call of Duty. But I can pinpoint the main reason why I don't like the PvP. The combat is just too basic for my liking. All you do is point and shoot. This game is based off of movement, reaction time, and loadout. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I'm not good at this game. My reaction time can be pretty slow at times, and my awareness tends to be off. I don't even really use nades or equipment, but what I noticed is that in at least 90% of my encounters, the most optimal action was to shoot first. So this kind of made the rest of the equipment feel useless in my opinion, except recon equipment like the drone and the heartbeat sensor. I'm sure higher level players make more use of frags, stun grenades and such, but even then, I'll bet that most of their encounters come down to the guns. When I was getting my ass beat on Apex, I kept at it not just because I knew I could get better, but because I knew that there were nuanced aspects I would enjoy getting a grasp on. It feels good to be as good as I am in that game currently, and I still want to get better even after 1,000 hours. I don't feel like that with Modern Warfare 3 because I don't really see anything there for me. The only motivation I'd have for playing the game any further at this point in time would be to increase my reaction time to help me with other shooters. Normally in a review, I'd go into as many aspects of the gameplay as possible, talk about map design, the loadout system, etc. But Modern Warfare 3's gameplay just hasn't pulled me in enough to want to go into these aspects deeply. I will touch on those aspects just a little bit though, which means we start with the arena multiplayer portion. To be honest, I only played this for like 3 hours. I tried to push myself to play more, but following the experiences of the rest of the game, the fatigue just hit me, and I had the realization that I started this review with, which is that the gameplay just isn't for me. I'll give credit where it's due. I saw like 50 maps. That's actually incredible. I only know about a few remakes like Afghan, High Rise, Terminal, the ultimate cesspool that is Shipment, and the almighty Rust. I only played High Rise, Terminal, and Shipment in this game, along with some other maps that I don't know the names of in Ground War and Invasion, and in War Mode. But from what I experienced, the maps didn't feel too samey. The layouts felt distinctive enough to warrant creation, at least from a visual standpoint. But with COD's point and shoot nature, I'm not sure how much map design can affect its gameplay, besides sniping. The loadout system, as with most CODs, is very detailed. You can choose all kinds of primary and secondary guns, lethal and tactical equipment, field upgrades, gear, and of course, kill streaks. The only one I care about is the one that everybody can have. Tactical nuke! Probably never gonna get one though. The system is just too vast for me to detail every available weapon. Then you can level up your guns to add attachments. It's like an RPG with RPGs. And if you're into that kind of thing, you'll like it. But I'm not necessarily a fan of powering up my arsenal to give me an advantage in multiplayer. I prefer even starts. And regardless, Modern Warfare 3's gameplay loop doesn't even push me to care. But I will acknowledge the work that Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer put in here. I know Sledgehammer actually made this game, but I know they were building off of what Infinity Ward had going in Modern Warfare 2. They definitely didn't skimp out on the massive amount of playable content in this game. So I tried a few multiplayer maps out, and they mostly all played the same. Point and shoot. Whoever reacts first wins. Aiming isn't really hard in this game, but being accurate on the first shot before the enemy is the challenge. Capture the Flag, Team Deathmatch, and War Mode were all decent fun, but again, the gameplay just felt generic. Now, Shipment was obviously absolute chaos in the most charming way. I still wake up in a cold sweat thinking about my short time with this map and Modern Warfare 2019. It's supposed to be bad, and it succeeds at just that, yet is somehow very fun. It reminds me of those Hell in a Cell maps I used to make on Halo and Forge. God, I was bad at making maps. Shipment is also the perfect practice for COD in general because the map is all about reaction time. But again, the gameplay loop just felt so basic to me that nothing could keep me going. Also, the invasion and ground war modes were absolute sniping shit fests. I got into ground war, saw the large scale map and the vehicles, and thought I might be able to get into this, as I am a fan of big team battle in Halo. But then I got sniped like 30 times and realized what this mode was all about. I've had a bit more fun with Warzone over the years, as I find the Battle Royale to be a unique spin on Call of Duty's formula. It adds some meaning to the game, as one death can end your entire game in the regular mode. The Gulag is a creative iteration of respawning, putting you in a 1v1 or 2v2 fight to earn a second life. But with me not liking COD's gameplay loop, there was nothing here really keeping me either. I mean, I like that there's a decent amount of activities and ways to interact with the map. Zip lines and vehicles can help you traverse, gas masks let you linger in the storm, contracts provide extra money for bounties, loadout drops can give you an edge, and are thus often the site of mosh pits as they attract lots of teams, and buy stations provide plenty of tools and the ability to revive teammates when all other options are exerted. But most of my experience consisted of either winning or losing gunfights within the blink of an eye. I'd say the experience I enjoyed the most in Warzone and PvP in general was the one cool breeze champions the most: Resurgence. It plays into that dumb fun mentality of COD, and it allowed me to turn my brain off and just enjoy the game. And it gets even better playing with friends. Resurgence is a decent amount of fun, and because it plays into COD's strong suit, which is simple gameplay, I enjoy it more than a regular Beyond, which is a stark contrast to Apex Legends, as I prefer its regular mode to 3 strikes. Warzone did require me to think a bit more about positioning and approaching enemies than the regular multiplayer, and I did enjoy myself here a bit, especially because I was playing with family. But there are just games out there better suited for my tastes, like Apex, Halo, and the finals. Overall, I'm not trying to trash COD Modern Warfare 3's PvP because it's not objectively bad at all. It's supposed to be casual. It's the ultimate casual experience, and I'd say this game does that very well. I'm just saying it's not my cup of tea. I prefer Liberty. The campaign, however, now that is objectively ass. In fact, if I could accurately describe it in one word, rectum.
This is about to be the first ever Call of Duty campaign I've ever played in my life. And we starting with this piece of shit. Bruh. Wow. Ooh. I got tape on my glasses, and that's about to be better quality in this campaign. These glasses is in better condition than this game as a whole.
It's sad, because this is actually my first ever COD campaign experience, and it single-handedly made me feel like I wasted a ton of my hard-earned money.
I paid $70 for this.
Wait, he paid for the game?
No, we gave it to him for free.
This nigga is a bitch, bro.
You want to know how much money I spent on this game? $0. I borrowed this game from my little brother, the disc, and it still hurt my wallet. Like, I spent like what, $20 on Doom Eternal, the complete edition? No, playing this for free somehow still hurt my wallet even more, just because of how bad it is. This is a piece of shit in every facet. But I don't gotta tell you that. The game been out for almost half a year. I know it's shit. You know it's shit. I knew it was ass before I even touched it. But now I find out just how shitty it really is. Like I said earlier, this is the first COD campaign I've ever experienced. So I don't have the quality context of past COD campaigns or the story context of the 2 prequels or the original trilogy by experience. I've read some things online, saw some reviews, and I did watch the Ackman's Modern Warfare 3 review, both when it came out and immediately after I recently beat the campaign myself played some zombies, and formulated my own opinion. I watched it the first time because I was already hearing about how garbage the campaign was, and although I had no interest in playing the game at the time, I am a fan of the Ackman's work, and I was interested in seeing him rant about it. I do wish Angry Joe made a full review about it. Luckily, I didn't remember most of what was said in that review, so it didn't taint my impressions, but I did want to see how knowledge from the past games would affect the quality of this game's campaign. So first, I'm going to analyze the campaign with only the COD context that I've experienced beforehand. And then I'm going to touch on some things I found out after that affect the experience of long-term COD fans. We're immediately getting the positives out the way. First off, probably the biggest for me, they brought the Juggernaut theme back.
Well, they said Juggernaut.
I remember watching my younger brother, shout out Slink Skywalker, or should I say in this case, Jimmy Two Clips, who is an absolute legend in the COD community. This man went on a tear in his heyday. And as a matter of fact, as a side note, the reason why he stopped playing Call of Duty is because he got tired of the gameplay loop and it was too basic for him. And the same thing could be said for a lot of Grams, also shout out, which lets me know that I'm not alone in that camp, even though I haven't played the game as long. I remember watching Slink play Spec Ops and Modern Warfare 2, and when that Juggernaut theme hit, it spelled doom, and they kept spamming them too. So hearing that theme made me feel nostalgic, and it's an awesome theme, even the remastered version. I feel like the graphics in the campaign look slightly better than in multiplayer in Warzone, which, if actually true, has obvious reasons and will not be criticized. There was some good scenery, like the Gulag mission, the Stadium mission, where Makarov is attacking innocent civilians, and you see crowds of people walking out, and the underwater scene where we free Shepard, and a few good action scenes.
Damn.
And as far as the characters, a few of them talk shit, Ghost looks cool and talks shit, and Makarov is mindlessly violent. There were a few cutscenes with good dialogue.
You're going to kill me?
Oh, I thought about it, yeah.
I recommend you do.
And I recommend you tell your men to stand down.
You're not trained to stand down. That's more your strategy.
What's this? Some actual good dialogue?
If we move up.
The money scene was memeable.
I'm as good as dead without my money. I need my money.
The shooting felt okay. And that's it. This campaign is trash. It's butthole. It's shit.
That's a $2 million refund,
man.
Oh, okay, y'all. We gotta find out how to take care of this. What are you doing?
I've seen this happen several times.
No. Hold on. We gotta get the refunds back.
You trying to watch the stream?
No. We don't have to. We're gonna get sued. I'm going to get sued. I'm gonna sue y'all. I'm gonna sue.
Gameplay wise, there are only a few linear missions. Most of the missions are open combat, where you can walk around freely and complete objectives at your own pace. You can find items to put in your arsenal throughout the map. On paper, this sounds amazing, but the execution of this was abysmal. Now, I'm not going to complain about difficulty. First, this is my first COD campaign, so I have no experience on how hard they're supposed to be. Second, like I said in my Pac-Man World Repack review, in actuality, the game is about 4 hours long, but I died so many times that I doubled that time, which was actually the same for me with Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, I was getting my ass whooped, so I doubled the 4-hour campaign into an 8-hour time. I was playing on hard end, by the way. Trash talent aside, the campaign is still laughably short, and it was part of a $70 package. Man, I'm glad I played this game for free, but I'm still not glad I played the game. The open combat missions are barren. There is absolutely zero interesting things to do. The gameplay loop for the campaign is much the same for multiplayer, except you obviously have to take more cover because of the quantity of enemies. That the combat against enemies was quite boring to me might just be a me thing, but what's more objective is just how bland the open combat missions are. You can find health, ammo, weapons, armor plates, field upgrades, ascenders for zip lines, night vision goggles, and kill streaks throughout the map. But that's it. No collectibles, no codex entries or audio logs, no cosmetics. Some cosmetics are rewarded after completing each level. Barely any vehicles. Nothing to keep the game interesting. And the objectives are all bland. Put a tracker on 2 missiles, destroy 3 helicopters, shut down 4 bombs, hack some phones, and then you win. There were like 3 missions where I had to get some sort of access card or key off someone. Nothing interesting. You just gotta either survive some waves, reach some points to do a quick time event, or destroy some. The concept of open combat missions could have easily worked if executed properly, and it did. In the name of managed democracy for Super Earth. Helldivers 2 has diversity of objectives, diversity of enemy types, more distinctive and interesting to use guns, awesome stratagems, and reasons to explore the map like collectible items and side objectives for progression, pieces of lore, assist weapons, and the dangerous stalker and shrieker nests. In short, if Helldivers 2 was ass, it would be Modern Warfare 3's open combat missions. One thing that pissed me off is that if you die before completing all objectives, you have to start the whole mission over. So if you die after tracking 1 missile, destroying 2 kilos, or disarming 3 bombs, fuck you, try again. The checkpoint system is capped in this game. The linear missions aren't really any better. All it is point and shoot. And when the game deviates from that formula, it's either mid or fails miserably. The aircraft gunner section was aight. It was kinda cool from a novelty perspective. The mission where you stalk one of Makarov's associates, operating some cameras, that was boring and unnecessary, adding nothing. But that mission where you play as Laswell and you gotta walk through a Coney base to get the Yuri, fucking atrocious. Walk? I gotta walk? Walking? What the fuck is this, Death Stranded? It'd be less offensive if this were simply a hub world mission, but it's not. You're told to blend in to avoid danger, but the enemies will shoot you for no fucking reason. There is no logical reason why the enemies suspect you. They just want to shoot somebody, even if it's their own teammates. It's like I'm surrounded by D-Ranker, DJ Keemstar, 2 Bucks, and Robot. I don't even see how I got past this mission because the guy you have to kill for his keycard, they don't even give you a discreet option to kill him. I died multiple times because the lady he was talking to alerted the whole base. But then I assassinate him in broad daylight for everybody to see, and I don't get detected. Sledgehammer, I know y'all ain't test this shit. Oh, that part in the gas chamber where Price keeps talking about, I can't stand right there. I need some cover. Standing right there was the strat, and the dialogue was confusing me.
Take cover, Captain. Stay up here, there's some cover.
Yeah, I can't stay up here.
I'm exposed up here, I need to move.
No, I do not, bro. No, it's gas down here. Why do I need to move if there's gas down here?
Grab the rope. Captain's closing in. Go on the rope, Captain.
You stupid ass game telling me to get from right there. Bitch, that was the fucking strat. Why is Captain Price talking about somebody to move? Nigga, staying up there was the right move.
They probably put that in there just to pad out the campaign for dumbasses like me. At its best, the gameplay is boring. And at its worst, it is horrendous. Man, I thought Ackman might have been exaggerating a little bit when he said,
Modern Warfare 3's campaign utterly fails at everything it tries to do. Halo 5 was better than this.
But ho, am I a believer now? Halo 5 was a piece of shit, and it still had more meaningful character moments than this. I spent 8 hours waiting for something remotely meaningful. Some character trait that I could understand and relate to. Some interesting plot element. Something. there was absolutely nothing. This ain't like Doom's basic plot or Remnant 2's non-existent story where gameplay was the main focus, because they barely put any effort into that. But this is much worse. Like I said in my Doom Eternal review before I even played Modern Warfare 3, because the gameplay is phenomenal and the story isn't nonsensical baby shit like Halo 5 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This story is nonsensical baby shit. Thankfully, this is the worst story I've ever played in my life. I say thankfully because I haven't played Gollum or Ride to Hell Retribution. The plot is basic. Vladimir Makarov, terrorist, iconic character from the OG trilogy and the main villain of this game, breaks out of a gulag, starts doing terrorist things, and we spend the whole game chasing him down. We're never given any rhyme or reason, no interesting dynamics between characters. All we gotta do is stop the bad guy. Makarov is like a typical Saturday morning cartoon villain. He's boring and flat as fuck. No nuance to him. All he does is kill people, and he is stupid about it. The only reason why he gets away is because the heroes are even stupider. The cutscene where we play as Nolan, who's aligned with Makarov's cronies, the Coney, during the mission where we break him out of prison, where the game gives us a choice of dialogue, pointless, and we never see it again. Throughout the whole campaign, people just get spontaneously killed for no reason. And while it is funny, it serves no purpose in the campaign story. And when Sledgehammer tries to make a moment out of death, it just makes the campaign stand out even worse. After finding out about Makarov's escape, Captain Price just spontaneously stops an entirely different mission that we don't even learn about. Tell us what they were doing so we can get an idea of the stakes, how dangerous Makarov is, and how important stopping him is compared to the current mission. At an Urzikstan base, they introduced a friend of Farah, Dina. We figure out nothing about her here. Just some short, boring dialogue. And then...
Damn, but I don't know who that is, so...
What was the point of introducing this character just to kill her off? Makarov steals some missiles from Farah, but instead of trying to stop them, we're putting trackers on them? Huh? And then how did they just easily do this? Where's the resistance at? Why was Farah the only one there? In an Urzikstan base. But you can hear a bunch of shooting in the background as if there were some sort of resistance. Matter of fact, after the mission, Price and Laswell confirmed that there actually was a resistance from the ULF. We just don't get any teammates when we fight in the mission.
Farah was there.
She hurt?
Negative. Her team engaged, took casualties. Left Coney with a kill count of her own.
Good on you, Farah.
And actually that happens a lot throughout the entire campaign. You will have people with you in the cutscene and then just drop alone. Or they will tell you that multiple people are on the mission with you and you drop alone. None of it makes sense. And there is no progression in this plot. It will be like this for the rest of the game. We don't even know why Makarov is doing what he's doing. He just keep doing shit. Andre Nolan kills Ivan just for making a safe suggestion to Makarov earlier. There was no insubordination. When Makarov pressed that elevator button, Ivan, or Ivan, whichever you want to go with, complied and helped him get out alive. As the main team is tracking the missiles, we learned that Makarov has somehow already set up multiple camps in Urzikstan. As Ghost suggests we target one of these camps, I'm waiting to be explained why.
You said multiple fronts, Laswell. Give us a target.
Coney forces are converging on a nuclear power plant in Urzikstan as we speak.
Is the plant active?
Abandoned when the ULF beat Barkov.
Then what's there?
All four of you, as soon as you can.
Rog.
Bro, what? What the fuck? Why is we choosing this base? Why are we even invading? Is this a side mission or something? The team was lucky enough to find something there. So we destroyed 3 kilos for some reason. Then we discovered Makarov has gas. No flatulence. We failed to stop Coney from transporting more deadly sarin gas. But some of the gas was set off underground and Price did breathe it in. And he's completely fine the next scene and immediately goes into another mission. Price and Farah go to one base to stop some missiles. Then they have a pointless quarrel with each other. Farah has no logical reason at this point to not tell Price she got the missiles from General Shepard. It's just a contrived plot device used to create artificial drama, nothing more. Price just goes along with it too, making him look stupid as well. Then they stop their missiles, but the other team fails, and those missiles are targeting the base that Laswell infiltrated. How the hell was she even able to blindly infiltrate that base? No check-in? No nothing? It's just stupid that they don't identify her before she enters the base, as it is stupid that the game keeps finding her out for no reason during my playthrough. Her mission is to meet up with a guy named Yuri to uncover some insider intel, and he just hands her a flash drive and we never see him again. The end of the mission is where the gas comes in, and she has to hurry up and escape the base with the help of Nikolai. The rest of the plot is just stupid as fuck. You know what the next scene is? Fucking no Russian. Makarov is just able to walk into an airport like it's his own house, and he's not a well-known terrorist in a public place. What is up with this game and people infiltrating enemy territory and not even remotely getting detected? No Russian? Fucking racist and stupid. Of all people, you had to frame a Middle Eastern person as a terrorist. And the scene is so stupid. Samara knocked down bro with the gun and had ample time to kill him. The Russian terrorist didn't even react, so she definitely had ample time. No, instead, she targets the terrorists after they start shooting people, runs out of ammo, they throw a stun grenade, then bro woke back up and knocked their ass out. Makarov ties a bomb to her. The timer is on the phone.
Are you a terrorist?
No!
You look like one.
Bruh, type racist shit is this? And you got a whole free hand. Punch his ass. Hit him in the balls. Hell, he was holding the wrist. You could have took the gun with the other hand and pistol whipped his ass. Dude sent her back out there and threw the phone in the middle of the room so she couldn't get through the crowd to stop the timer. But why are they even afraid of her? Why are they blocking her? Why are they stopping her? They just saw Samara box like 3 terrorists. How do they think she's the bad guy? With how racist this scene is, I think it's because the color of her skin. The energy would have been better spent trying to get the damn phone. I know y'all just saw that bitch get thrown in the middle of the room. Even so, you'd think that Samara, in a last effort to calm the crowd down, would, I don't know, drop the fucking gun? At least try to show them you're not threatening? She came out pointing that bitch like she was in a trap video.
To update you on breaking news
That
of a
was
Russian
stupid.
passenger jet that crashed in the Urzikstan mountains.
Sledgehammer, that was amazing. You somehow managed to make everybody involved in that scene look dumb as fuck. Makarov is stupid. The airport is stupid. The terrorists were stupid. The passengers were stupid. Samara was stupid. The only person that wasn't stupid, in my opinion, in this scene was the lady that tried to stop the explosion at the last second. That was a good panic reaction right there. What the fuck did I just watch? So Makarov just killed his own people to frame Farah. Twice! What type of stupid ass plan is that? You got caught on camera going in that plane. You shouldn't even been allowed in there. Everybody knows your face. Hell, everybody knows you're out, according to Laswell and Nikolai.
Makarov,
Word travels fast.
only if he wants it to.
How is he getting away with this shit? Why is he such a team-killing fucktard? And why do they keep showing the same shirtless picture of him in every Zoom call? Why is it Zoom calls?
This has got Makarov written all over it.
He's done more damage in 72 hours than Coney did in 5 years without him.
What? 72 hours? Y'all let him do all this shit in 3 days? Farah and Alex infiltrate the crash site.
We need to find out what happened on that flight. Show the world it wasn't us. I won't have them call us terrorists. Not again.
What are you doing?
Going down there.
Far, there's at least 20 guns holding that area.
No. Don't try to assert no logic. This ain't that type of story. The mission is to hack phones from the plane for video footage and to wipe the plane's black box. But then Alex got caught. But he was the one that was discreet. Anyway, they succeed the mission. Price and the gang meet up with Nikolai and Laswell.
Security feed from the airport. Passenger had a boarding pass for flight 761.
Fake passport.
Or inside job.
More likely. No one stopped him. No one stopped him. No one stopped him.
Walk in the bloody park.
Oh my god. I'm about to have an aneurysm out of sheer stupidity.
Farah and Alex, what'd they get?
Not enough to prove anything.
That wasn't the goal. We were trying to wipe proof. Actually, if y'all got all the phones like y'all said y'all did, y'all should have more than enough proof to show that Urzikstan is innocent. Although I suppose the public in this game is just as stupid as everybody else in this story. The way you said that contradicted what you just said earlier.
Some people will believe the ULF was responsible.
Thanks to you, no one can prove it. People will speculate, but you beat Makarov at his own game.
And made it seem like Farah didn't achieve shit.
He's killing civilians.
Pinning the blame on Farah.
But now it's stadium flashback time. Time to see how Makarov got captured in the first place.
That's what Makarov wants. Who's up ahead? They're going fast. Killing civilians! Contact! Return fire!
That was the slowest reaction time. Like, you just look like me out there. You are a trained professional, Price. This is Halo 5 levels of movement right here.
Step out of the vehicle. Incoming. It's down. Hands! Kazuruki! Bleeding Jesus.
So that's how he got captured. Drove straight into him like a jackass. And we gotta push him around for like 5 minutes. Who thought this was good? Even if this was DLC, like apparently it was supposed to be, like I was hearing rumors about, this shit still would have been trash. So we capture Makarov in the stadium and successfully extract him, but he duped us and blew up the airport. But why didn't the team split up to cover both bases? He threatened the airport first.
Makarov threatened the airport, he had the stadium instead.
Back to the present, and General Shepard shows up. I don't know how the famous betrayal went down. I just know Shepard isn't to be trusted. But they don't have much of a choice in this scene, so alright. He's got intel, and we're supposed to track down this lady that handles Makarov's financials. We track her down, and we somehow coerce her to give up Makarov's location by getting access to and threatening her personal financial account. As I said earlier, it was pretty memeable. The fact that some of the only entertainment I can get out of this campaign is a meme moment says something. The shit show is not over. We capture Andre Nolan after a tedious mission with multiple floors, too many damn explosive traps, and an encounter where Nolan uses one of the pussiest strats you can use. Fucking Riot Shield. I've seen enough of this shit in multiplayer in Warzone. I don't need to see it here too. Okay, now I'm just bitching. But back to the plot. We find out that Coney is delivering something or someone to an abandoned Soviet prison complex in Siberia. We get there and free one of the prisoners.
Prisoner's been intercepted and secured.
Can you ID?
Stand by. Demon Jesus.
What the fuck? Why? How? What purpose? What significance? We fight through the snow and ice, and the team blackmails Shepard into giving all of his info on Makarov up and clearing Farah's name. Something that shouldn't have to be done in the first place. They meet in like the 40th Zoom call.
We can't let Graves rain fire danger close to Farah and their troops.
I trust Shadow overhead.
After you know what he and Shepard did to Price and his team? Alright.
You really do want to win.
You're damn right I do.
Remember he said that, y'all. This convo is supposed to be some sort of Avengers in-game-like gathering, but it falls short because none of the characters are relatable, none of the plot is interesting, and all the dialogue we get is exposition. The only way to understand the relationships between characters is to play the last games, because this game does nothing to show the nuances and details of these characters or their relationships. We don't even know why Makarov is doing what he's doing. It's like Halo 5 on crack. Ghost goes to stop some bombs on a dam in Verdansk. Makarov doing the same shit. The rest of the team goes to Makarov's forward operating base.
Avengers assemble, but it's empty as fuck.
This is that airship mission. Again, it plays alright. I would complain about the fact that we're playing as Shadow Gunner, but given the actual characters in this story don't matter, it's already fucked. Basically, we shoot the enemies, the ground team locates some chemicals, Makarov shows up, we blow up his kilo, and we blow up the base and the chemicals. They didn't even try to hide the fact he ain't dead. They just make Shepard and Graves look like dumbasses by doing their best Lex Luger impression.
Ain't no way you can outrun in this world, folks. Death, taxes, and me. Pleasure doing business with you boys and girls. Actual, I'm RTB, out here.
Roger that, Shadow. That's some big league work out there. Blue skies, son.
Appreciate the assist, Shadow.
Celebrating over a damn thing. Remember what Shepard said earlier?
You really do want to win.
You're damn right I do.
Then why would you make an ass out of you and me over Makarov's supposed death?
It's over, John. We nailed that bastard to hell and gone.
Yeah, that's what we said about your little Shadow Graves, yeah?
Makarov's dead, Captain. Don't let him live inside your head. Eagle out.
Shepard only sees what he wants.
His name on a win, another medal on his chest.
That don't make sense. The government gon' figure out he's still alive. So what happens to your precious achievement then? You fuck around, get decommissioned. If you even live long enough to see that. And Captain Price looked just as stupid.
6 to all stations. That kill is not confirmed. I say again, that kill is not confirmed.
Oh,
need to search
okay.
the site for PID on Makarov.
But you proceed to leave the site and let Makarov escape. How do we even know that's Makarov in the helicopter? Well, in any case, he's obviously not dead, so we track down one of his collaborators, investigate some cameras, and find out he's about to bomb a train station. We get to the trains, kill some enemies, stop a juggernaut, and as we are defusing the bomb with soap, we get word that Makarov has arrived. We know he's coming, yet still some dumb shit happens.
Take this to hell with you, Captain. Never bury your enemies alive.
Why am I supposed to care? I've not found out shit about this character the entire time. Killing him is not gonna move me. And how he get back up that fast after getting shot? He was on the ground, knocked out. He had a whole free arm. Use it, damn it. And you attack him first with the arm you got shot in? It's so Superman? They fuck around, revive him in the next story. What the hell was Ghost and Gas doing off screen? Oh my god. We finish stopping the bomb. Then we have some sort of empty memorial service for Soap. But the game never gives the player a reason to care about this character or anything about this story. And to cap it off, I skipped the credits. I didn't even know that there was a post-credit scene until I rewatched the Act Man's review. I'm glad I did now. So yeah, that's my first jab at this game's UI, which we will get to later. So Price killed Shepard in a cutscene. What? We can't even kill Shepard? A cutscene? Y'all at least gonna let us kill Graves in the next game? What a waste of my fucking time. And it gets even worse. This is that context I was talking about earlier. First of all, I already knew about the reputation of no Russian, so they fucked that up for the Call of Duty fan base. I know they pissed about that. I found out they revived Alex in a Warzone 1 cutscene, revived Graves in a Warzone 2 cutscene, and that Yuri and Soap were actually beloved characters, and they played them co-op, particularly Soap. So what y'all gonna do with Soap and Shepard? Bring them back in Warzone? Is y'all gonna say that was actually related to Rexplode? I saw that Soap's death was actually pulled off way better in the original trilogy, so they just ruined him even more. This is sad to see. And believe it or not, Zombies plays even worse. I never fuck with zombies like that. I'll play some Black Ops 1 zombies, and I'll play some Black Ops Cold War zombies. Might have played some Black Ops 2 zombies as well, I don't exactly remember. But either way, I wasn't really feeling it. So when I tell you I had 20 times as much fun with those in the first 3 minutes as I had with 45 minutes of this piece of shit, that should tell you something. Remember when I said the open combat campaign missions were just an ass version of Helldivers 2? That applies even more to zombies. The campaign saw a bit of influence from Warzone with the open combat and armor plates, but the zombies has even more Warzone influence, as there are a bunch of side quests and the map is huge, Warzone size. And apparently it's only one map, so like, I ain't gonna do 50 maps for the multiplayer, but only, and like, what is it? It's at least like 5 maps for Warzone, but it's only one map for Warzone zombies. Like, why? And it is boring as shit. I only played one match, and that's great, because after experiencing 45 minutes of this shit, I'm not touching it again. The contracts were boring as shit. Just activate something, deliver something, defend something. That's it. Barely any enemies showed up for the majority of the time. They had us shooting enemy soldiers in a zombies mode. Huh? No action the whole damn time. I only died right at the end before I could exfil, and it fucked me on any extractable rewards because I left before my partner could res me. They looked like they were trying, but they had zombies on their ass. That's right, I had to wait until I died and spectate someone else's screen to see a fraction of the action from past zombies' entries. When I played for help, it took the camera off of him, went to my dead body, my body disappeared, and I was just staring at a purple storm on some Fortnite shit. I had to leave at that point. Y'all got me yelling like I'm an actual Call of Duty fan. What the fuck did y'all do to zombies? The monetization in this game is egregious as fuck. All I see is $20 bundles, $30 bundles, $40 bundles. Then you got the $100 special edition just to get some character skins. Y'all already charged us $70. This ain't even free to play. Hey, I guess they said it in the campaign.
I'm as good as dead without my money. I need my money.
The lowest tier battle pass isn't too expensive, but then you got the premium bundle and the black sale. Y'all trying that hard to paywall content? You can pay for progression as well, and there are blueprints for weapons that add improvements in the battle pass. So this game is ever so slightly pay to win, or pay to progress. I'm not giving no quarter. You know Activision would love to expand upon this shitty system and cheat the consumer even more. We've seen it in the past. I definitely wouldn't put it past them to do it again. The FOMO is strong with this game because not only are there limited time items, but you also cannot further progress a battle pass once its time is up. And you can't even earn enough COD points in the battle pass to buy the next. You can't even use COD points for black sale. This shit is scummy as fuck, and I have hope but no faith that COD will stop trying to milk the consumer in the future. This is one of the stupidest, clunkiest user interfaces I've ever dealt with. I'm not even a UI guy. I was fine with Halo 5, Infinite, and Apex Legends UI. It was never really a complaint for me. But this system is outrageous. You got a bunch of giant ass rectangles, and if you squint at the left side of the screen, you can see the L2 button to scroll through the different portions of the game. Why not start us in that menu? Give us a simple list, we click it, and then y'all could do the giant pictures and whatnot. The rectangle still wouldn't be preferred, but at least that'll soften the blow. Why do we need to navigate through pictures for the modes? Can't y'all just have one changing square at the top right of the corner or something? I could definitely accept and even encourage the squares for the maps. Kinda takes me back to the WWE 2K14 days. But when I click the detail view, this is what I get. A bigger picture? Really? Where's the detail? Where's the map description? Where's the overhead view of the map? I didn't think I was ever gonna complain about UI, but this game is so counterintuitive that I had to say something. And why y'all automatically queuing me in the next game? And I was gone for so long, y'all ain't even kicked me for idling? How y'all think that make the other players feel? This is basic, dumb shit that games have already figured out, and y'all making it into rocket science. Another thing, why the fuck is the file size so big? At one point, I only had multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone installed, and it was still taking up like 200 gigs. Why? I can tell you it wasn't the graphics. Call of Duty is over 100 gigs, and it still looks shitty compared to this. Hell, I watched Ackman's Battlefront Classic Collection review, and that bitch was over 60 gigs for 2 broken ass ports for 2 old ass games. What the fuck is y'all doing, AAA gaming industry? Compress y'all shit. I mean, I know, I'm not a developer, and I can kind of guess why the graphics are mid, especially in regards to Warzone. Having over 100 players on one map can definitely stress the engine. But just why the giant file size? What is this shit? Man, I'm about to go watch Reykjavik's video right now to get to the bottom of this, because I'm tired. I do have to give credit where it is due. I only encountered like 3 glitches in the game, and none of them were in the campaign or zombies. Might be controversial for me to say that. I'm not sure how the game felt when it came out, but my experience was definitely polished. The only repeated bug I saw is not being able to get a full squad while playing with Cool Breeze. That might be an MMR thing, but other than that, smooth as a marble cutting board. Last thing I'll mention are the cool cameos. Snoop Dogg, Kevin Durant, 21 Savage, and Homelander were all cool additions. Overall, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 2023 is mid. The multiplayer in Warzone made people happy from what I was reading, especially with the return of slide canceling. I can't call it ass because the game is very popular for a reason, but it just ain't for me. It looks like it has a ton of content with modes, customization options, and over 50 maps for the multiplayer. The campaign was an abomination due to its uninspired gameplay, flat characters, and idiotic plot, which served to taint the quality of the first 2 games, disrespect the original trilogy, and leave a sour taste in the mouths of many. The Zombies was a Warzone bastardization of the previous iterations, and it was boring as shit. So much so that I chose to write the review after only playing it once. 45 minutes! The monetization is greedy, the file size is absurd, the UI is frustrating, they made Nicki Minaj look scary, but the rest of the cameos are cool. This was not the best introduction I could have into the Call of Duty franchise, and I knew that going in, so I'm not averse to trying another COD game in the future. I hope they could stop with the yearly releases, especially now that Bobby Kotick is gone, and really take the time needed to make an all-time great Call of Duty game. Gulf War is releasing next year, and I have no interest in it, but if I hear some decent buzz about it, I may check it out. In regard to the campaign of Zombies, I hope it's better than this year's. But I definitely have better games to focus on. That's all I got for y'all today. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Oh. This was a pain. This was a struggle. This was something I wound up doing on the side. I'm kind of pissed that this distracted me from other games that I wanted to play. I got like 4 games as a gift from Slink Skywalker that I still have to get into, that I was looking forward to get into, and this kind of roadblocked me, and I am pretty frustrated that stopped me from playing a whole bunch of other games that I'm trying to play. Cyberpunk, Bioshock, Resident Evil 8, and what was the fourth game? Dark Souls 3. Those are the 4 games I got. I'm still not finished with Elden Ring. This has become a running joke, but still haven't played Mortal Kombat 1. I told you I'm procrastinating towards that on purpose. I gotta play the multiplayer more and do the invasions mode. Still haven't gotten Remnant 2. Now that one I'm not purposefully procrastinating towards, but I feel like I want to play a good story before I really get into that. It's safe to say, like I always say in every video, there's a bunch of plans for the P34J channel. I'm very proud that I'm making as many videos as I'm currently doing. I'm really on the grind. I'm really doing this thing. I'm putting my best effort forth, and I'm happy with what I'm doing. So I want to thank you all for taking this ride with me. One more thing. Not any goddamn time soon. This is P34J. I'm trying to locate the missiles. Have a good one.